Wycliffe habari? Ferris habari? Very good. Jenny habari? Very good. Benson, how are you? Very good. Luigi habari? Very good. Dorothy, how are you? Very good. Abraham habari? Chris habari? Habari? Very good.
Rwanda with a lot of our beadwork.
Yes.
Yes, and as you can see, some of the other businesses are the ones that you know.
Cabinet colleagues, government officials, hii nitaichapa chap. We spent a substantial time talking, so I don't need to say many other things. Just to reiterate that the diaspora is part of Kenya. You may be away from Kenya, but you're part of Kenya, and we care about you. And the reforms that we have undertaken and everything we're doing is to make your life easier. We want to make our embassies friendlier. We want to make our embassies a point you can go to and get all your problems solved, so that when you're out of the country, you know you're not alone and you can count on us. But even more so, we want to make you business people. We'd like you to trade. We want you to invest not only in the country you're living in, but also to invest in Kenya. So when we come out here and we say we want to get foreign investors, we want also Kenyans who are overseas to also invest in Kenya. So jipange, tupange, tupangane, muinvest nyumbani. You bring those ideas, you make money here, you invest in Kenya, you employ Kenyans, and we all move forward. Nimeona when the issue of Kenya Airways ilikuja nikasikia kumaanisha ya kwamba there's something we need to look at. Sasa hiyo tutaangalia. There are very many good ideas that we received when we were talking. Some we never received. We are about to launch our website. We are finishing. So you'll be able to go there, look at job opportunities, look at investment opportunities, look at how you can interact with the rest of government, give us ideas to help you wherever you are, whether you're here or any other part of the world. Two last things. I'd like to introduce my colleagues who are here, if I can get a roving microphone so you can hear their voices, and then I'll call His Excellency the President.
And even if they overshoot by about maybe 30 or 60 days, my commitment is that by the end of this year, from wherever you are in the world or in the country, you should be able to access government services using technology online. That way, we can be able to drive our country in the right direction. Let me also give you, I saw, that company was called what, ile 50 by 100 hapa nje. Eh? Ile kampuni ya plot hapo nje inaitwa nini? Yani, you guys, mumelete mambo ya 50 by 100 baka Rwanda. I was really surprised. So, the good news on this 50 by 100 story, the good news is that I will be launching maybe in the next 2 weeks or so a new Boma Yangu initiative where from wherever you are now, you can buy our low-cost housing units, even from here. And you can buy our affordable, let me put it, affordable housing units from wherever. and you can buy it in any part of Kenya. You don't have to buy a unit in your village or your town. You can also buy it in whichever other facility that we are doing. The good news again is that we now have land that has been committed to us for this purpose. The decision we made is, all of you know, one of the largest or one of the most difficult, what makes home ownership difficult in Kenya is the price of land. Sindio? Hii 50 by 100 story hapa. So what we have decided is that we are going to make land available for free. And that is how a unit that was costing 3-4 million, we can actually make it available for 1 or 1.5 million. And we already have land available in 41 counties. We already have close to 4,000 acres of prime land in our big towns in Kenya. Some of it public land, some of it county, I'm saying national government land, some of it county government land, some of it in various categories. And I'm very happy that we are working with all counties in Kenya. So as we develop these units, be ready to be able to buy those units. And we are going to make mortgage available so that you don't have to get all the money at once. You can get money. And the Boma Yangu program, I am sure, Madam Rosalind, please work with your colleague in housing so that as you go around, please let them know how they can buy the housing units back at home. We all know of the story that you send money home to your brother or sister or relative, you know, and you know the story how it ends. They go and take a photograph of your neighbor's building, they send it to you and tell you, we are making progress, send more money. And finally, when you arrive home, there is no house. Sindio? So we want to sort out that problem for you. You don't have to run into trouble with your friends or relatives. You can now trust the government of Kenya to do the building of the housing units for you, and it is a sure way of owning a property way back at home. By no means am I discouraging you from owning property in Rwanda. Please own some property in Rwanda. And in fact, I will take up the request of Boniface that instead of being allowed 300 square meters, I'm going to have if you had told me earlier, I would have sorted out this problem. President Kagame is a very good friend of mine, and I will explain to him that Kenyans are good property owners. You heard me last week when I had an engagement with the American Chamber of Commerce. We had a big meeting with many companies, American companies, Amazon, Google, MasterCard, and the rest of them. And we're trying to reposition our country to not only be a tech hub, but also to increase our foreign direct investment. It is good for you to know that, yes, we can grow our country using our taxes. Yes, we can add on to that the money that we can borrow from multilateral and other bilateral engagements. But much more importantly, beyond what we can raise, what we can do with our taxes, beyond what we can do with money that we borrow, we must also position ourselves so that with the private sector, we can bring in foreign direct investment. That way, we can use private sector money to grow our industries. We can use private sector money to position companies that bring value to our country, that bring investment to our country, that bring manufacturing opportunities to our country.